How's it going, everybody? We got another Marvel Mystic Mayhem video for you today, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the character pull system. So what do I mean by that? Well, in this game, it is a gacha game. You get a resource. It's these keys up here, the shadow keys, as well as crystals, which is your premium currency, and we can exchange these two resources to pull from this system to get different sort of characters. There's two different things you can pull from right now. I think a third one is going to be introduced eventually. So we have the Legends Assemble. This is where you pull for characters. We have the Highlights. This is where you pull for highlights. And I think eventually they'll probably introduce an artifact, which is like your gears. I think that eventually becomes a thing too. At least I believe it was in the alpha. Anyway, when you're pulling for characters, you're not just getting a pool of characters. So we can see here, if we hit the details, which I'm kind of covering with my head and with the Twitch chat here, the different characters you can pull at different drop rates. So the 3-star characters, which are kind of the better characters to start off with, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Moon Girl, and Devil Dino, Spider-Man, Juggernaut, they're going to be dropping at a 1.5% drop rate. Then we have a slew of 2-star characters dropping at a near 35% drop rate. And then it actually switches off characters and goes to highlights. Highlights is a different progression path that you will be equipping to characters, so it's not a complete waste, but this is kind of your garbage pull when you're doing this, so that we're not like maxing out characters instantly, because there is sort of an evolution system where you're going to use duplicate pulls of characters to kind of bring them to the next stage. And we're going to talk about that after we do the pulls. So you can see the rules here. You can use shadow keys to call heroes and highlight. Each shadow key used will earn you 1 point. 80 points can be redeemed for a random 3-star hero or highlight. Hold on. Oh, that's so much worse than I thought it was. I thought it was a guaranteed 3-star hero, but it looks like after 80, you could also get a highlight instead of a hero. I guess the highlight would help maybe empower one of your really strong current characters, so it wouldn't be too bad. It's going to really depend. You can choose whether you want a hero or a highlight from it. Okay, Cellular just dropped some knowledge. We're going to see that for ourselves when we do these pulls. So maybe I just read that wrong here. Let's go ahead, let's do some pulls, let's see what we see. Now, of course, gotcha game, there's lots of animations here, and there is a tell if you get a 3-star character along the way, and I don't think we got one there. Pull Black Knight, we pulled Man-Thing. I love it when I see the characters, because I know that I'm making progress on those characters, and in this game, we'll talk about it in a different video, it seems like all characters will eventually reach a higher star level. I mean, their kits are still going to define who's better and who's worse. But it's not like a 2-star character is going to always be worse than a 3-star character in this game, which is great. And you see here, we're pulling these highlights. And to me, these are all kind of like little trash pulls. And we're going to get sort of a pity currency for getting them, the Dream Sand. And we'll also go over what that can get us in this game too. So let's pull another 5. No, I didn't see any cool animation there either. Well, if we do pull a 3-star, it's going to like pop. You're going to see a pop, and it's going to be interesting. Oh, that's a new one. Vow to Protect. Haven't got that highlight before. It's got to be for the Dream, the what's his name? Dreamwalker? Sleepwalker? All right, do we get the cool animation? No, still no. There's Black Knight. Another Knight version of Black Knight. That's the first time I unlocked him in the beta, by the way. He's not a very exciting character. Moon Knight. I would love to upgrade my new Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight in PvE content. He's amazing. All right, let's do another one here. That might have been it. There was a little flare to it. It's just a shade different off of the animation when you get a 3-star. I guess it's not. We got another Moon Knight though, so that's great. Alright, so let's pull some more. We're into the gems now, but that's fine. And when we're done doing these pulls, I'll talk about like what sort of time frame. That was it. This one took a lot longer, right?
Let us clean up the dream.
There's Sleepwalker.
By the book.
Lady Bullseye, she's a really good character. No, I guess that wasn't it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that wasn't it. We'll talk about the time frame you would probably expect to take to gather this sort of gem sword. One of the things turns orange as it lands. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so nothing here either. That's a really good highlight, though. Moon Knight. We might be able to upgrade Moon Knight. That'd be great, just for the purpose of this video, to kind of show what duplicates can do for you. How many Moon Knights is that now? 5, yes. Okay, we're going to be able to show what happens when you get to upgrade a character. Still nothing. That's okay.
Looking for a professional.
There's our Psylocke. Also, I'm doing a little bit of an experiment. I'm going to go over the 80 and see if it carries over to the next one, or if you need to hit 80 directly and then pull it before you start doing it again to reset your pity timer. So we're doing a little bit of an experimentation while we do this video. Still no orange, so no luck, Chuck. And I think that's probably the last pull we get to do.
I suppose this arrangement could work in my team.
And yeah, that was the last pull we get to do, so let's go ahead and back out. 96 at 80, so we'll see if that 16 carries over. Sorry, Twitch chat is kind of hiding it. So let me move Twitch chat over. You can see right here, 96 out of 80. So let's go ahead and we'll pull on this one. And you do get to pick if you want to highlight or if you want a random 3-star character. Let's go for the character. I just got to play with Maddie the Dinosaur in a trial version. Sorry, Moon Girl and Devil Star in a trial version. I really want her. So here we go. Is that Scarlet Witch? I'll take it. Scarlet is a really, really powerful character. Really fun character. I'll take it. That could be a lot of fun. Great. Okay. Yeah, it's a new character for me too, so I didn't have her. Now let's go. And yes, it did carry over. 16 out of 80. So you don't have to be super micromanaging when you're doing your pulls if you got a lot set up. Now let's take a quick second and just talk about, like, how long did it take me to get that many keys and that many gems? Well, this is the beta, and so they are raining gems on us. But I got the majority of it from these 2 game modes that look like they're probably going to repeat every week, or one of them maybe every 3 days. Now, this is all beta, so we don't know if that's going to be the case. I think I would be able to do a pull like that once a week, especially if I was going to use my gems on it. So I do think that progression in this game is going to feel good every week. Will it feel good every day? That remains to be seen when we start testing the different game modes. Okay, so now let's... Oh, also you can see the record of what you pulled. So there you go. So let me go talk about the things that we did pull and sort of how that affects your progression. So obviously if you get a new character, like you see we got Scarlet Witch here, then I can, all of a sudden I can build up a new character and I can have a lot of fun with her, and we go from there, right? Other things that we got were highlights. So the highlight is something that we can equip on our character. It's kind of like a gear with no RNG on it. So there is an RNG progression path called artifacts, and then there are these highlights. Now, I don't think there's RNG to these highlights. We're going to find out when we level this one up, I guess. But they have different effects. So this one in particular, a hired blade, the wearer's attack increases by 16% after the wearer performs a follow-up attack. Their attack increases by 10% for 10 seconds. So I wouldn't put that on Scarlet Witch because she doesn't have follow-up attacks, but I would put it on Spider-Man because he has follow-up attacks. So I will switch off Spider-Man's. But a Spider-Man can't actually equip it. So certain characters can only equip certain things. That's a little interesting, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see. That one I do have equipped to Lady Bullseye as well, because she also does assists. I don't know how to feel about that right now. But, okay, so there is no RNG we're hearing from chat. As you level it up, it is what it is. I'll level this one up anyway. I wonder how we can tell who can equip what. Oh, if we look right here. Let me pull up my... let me pull this up. If we look right here, we can see the arrow. So it's what arrow characters or range characters can use this particular one. So we would want to find another range character that does assist for this. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So that's our highlight system, right? Now let's talk about the duplicate system. So we're able to get Moon Knight a Soul Saga upgrade. That's right here. So the Soul Saga upgrade, I mean, this is going to be primarily like how the game really shows its love to the whales and krakens of the game, right? Because they are going to be buying gems like crazy, buying keys like crazy, doing a billion pulls, pulling duplicates all over the place. And with those duplicates, players will be able to come in here and get their characters to have certain buffs. So if we go the heart path, Moon Knight will deal 30% more physical damage for 10 seconds when defeating an enemy with Night Traveler, which is one of his abilities. If you go the Mind Path, gains 2 mana the first time the moon phase switches to full moon. So this again is something that it's a mechanic that happens in game that's going to generate mana for him and his team, letting his Moon Knight be more impactful on the field, right? We can go either side, but it's going to cost us these duplicates, these Moon Knight shards. And eventually we reach the final one, the Soul, and then using God of Vengeance, which is his ultimate, during Noon Moon, instantly switches the moon phase to full moon. So there's a bunch of things that's going to happen with Moon Knight's kit that's going to make that pretty interesting, right? So let's go ahead and we'll equip this one here. And now you see we lose our shards. I can't go back here, but I could then go up to Heart 2 and get an attack increase by 15% the next time I get 5 Moon Knight shards. So it is definitely going to be a whale crack and appreciation in the beginning. This is how certain players are going to probably just dummy through a lot of PvE content if they're willing to drop that money. I'm going to play it free to play when the game comes out so we can have a more relatable experience together. But if we do get the amount of keys and gems that I kind of think they're aiming for when the game goes live, I think players are still going to see a healthy growth rate in all their characters in this Soul Saga system, especially for the 2-star characters. Probably not for the 3-star characters, but for the 2-star characters, which I think is great. Also, I don't know how important the star system is going to be at the end of the day. Moon Knight, to me, is a vastly superior character than, say, the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut's really fun. When you're using him, he can be great. But Moon Knight, he's got a heal. He's got an offense up. He can use a position, a dash change to move where he is. And so when we get these resources here, the Merlin Stones, we can actually upgrade our characters. So I can actually upgrade Moon Knight, and now he's a 3-star character. I don't know the ins and outs of how the stats scaling and everything like that works, but maybe the idea is that when characters get to, 4 or 5 stars, they're on the same footing as what we would consider like these legendary pulls. Anyway, that's the pull system for Marvel Mystic Mayhem, guys. Let me know what you think. If you're watching this on the Marvel Strike Force channel, I know this is incredibly different than what we're used to, where we have the character offers come out, then we get kind of trickled some of those character shards, not for an unlock, but to get close to an unlock. And then, within 30 days, we have the character unlocked for free no matter what. There's elements of RNG here. And then what you would consider, star level upgrades in Marvel Strike Force from getting more shards. It does happen on a guaranteed basis, whereas opposed to this is very RNG on who you're getting. Now, one thing I've seen in other games, like King Arthur, that has a similar pull system to this game, and a lot of gacha games, is that there's another resource that is kind of a universal resource. And it could be used for 2-star characters or 3-star characters. And what it'll do, or like there's a different resource for 2, different resource for 3. And instead of using character shards to increase your soul level, you would use this universal resource, which is normally heavily monetized, but they give out a little bit to free to play here and there. And you can make sort of dedicated roster upgrades. Hopefully that'll be the case. If they don't have that planned, I'm definitely going to suggest that to them if we have an interview with them to give our feedback on this beta. But let me know what you guys think about this pull system in the comment section below. But for now, stay happy, stay healthy, have fun. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends who are interested in Marvel Mystic Mayhem. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.